have tried to stop him, but many lives have been claimed by his steel. He fights like no man. People say he moves like an angel of death, carrying fury on his wings.
So Vincent, tell us about your role as associate producer on Assassin's Creed.
My role as associate producer is actually very management-oriented. I coordinate the different production assets with the different production managers. We have quite a large management team on this project, and we needed someone to be the prime central hub for communication and just make sure that things run smoothly, and to help out Jade with her own work.
How many people have been working on this project?
A total, there's approximately 300 persons who participated on the course of the production, but obviously this wasn't at the same time, so I'd say we peaked at 160.
What new proprietary technology has been created for Assassin's Creed?
As we told the press, we built our own completely new game engine, and Ubisoft wanted to do this to make sure that it was equipped with the right tools to create the next generation games. So this one was started from scratch 4 years ago, and it was mainly done within the team to be sure that it was made for the first game that was going to use it. And what we wanted to aim, first of all, was to have the technology to actually be able to do what we wanted to do with the free running, with the crowd, with the very large cities, and etc. So basically, there was just nothing around that could do it unless we had to, severely modify it. So it just made sense to build it from scratch.
This engine that you've built for Assassin's Creed, is it something that Ubisoft is going to use again in other games, or is it being used now?
Yeah. 2 other productions are using it right now, and other projects are also considering using it.
What other 2 productions are these?
I just can't talk about them right now.
All right.
They'll be announced eventually.
What differences, if any, are there between the Xbox 360 and the PS3 versions?
There are no real differences between the 2 platforms. Again, using our own technology, we made sure to have the same data set, so it just made sense production-wise, and that's my job. So I could minimize the size of the team by having the same artists working on all platforms, and then it was just up to the engineers to make sure to port the data properly and seamlessly, and it worked.
Have you used the 6-axis controller in the game?
No, we haven't, but we use the Rumble features on both platforms.
Are there any downloadable mods planned for the game so far?
Not at this point.
What has been the most challenging thing in this game for you?
Personally, I guess on a very large production, and on a production that's highly anticipated, managing internal pressures and external pressures, and make sure that the team is focused on the work and not on the promise of the project was a pretty good challenge. And then trying to have a new approach to developing what we call next-gen or current-gen games, because they're bigger, larger, they cost more, and we needed to find a way to have a team with a reasonable size and with a reasonable budget. So this was for an associate producer, a producer role, was, I guess, one of the main challenges. Maybe not the only one, but a big one.
How big has their budget been for this game?
Very large. I don't know the numbers.
But is it like a 9-digit or?
There's a lot of zeros yeah, for sure.
Tell us about the 3 different cities that are in the game and the kingdom.
We have 3 major cities based on actual cities that still exist. And we have the city of Acre, which was colonized in part by the Europeans, so it looks more like a European city. Then we have Damascus, which today exists still in Syria. and we have the city of Jerusalem that everyone knows. We wanted to have cities that were physically close to each other so that it made sense to actually travel by horse between them. And the kingdom does just that. It allows, it's like a hub, and it allows the players to use the horse and travel between the cities.
Are there any historical characters in the game?
Yeah, quite a few actually. Well, we showed the Montferrat mission. So William de Montferrat is someone that actually existed at the time, that was actually murdered in approximately the same time period. So we used that as one of the facts, historical facts in the game. We also have Garnier de Naplouse, who was a leader of the Hospitallers Knights, and so he's in the game. And we have other characters like that match the time period, and also that we could use into our storyline.
What games have you been working on before Assassin's Creed?
I worked on a few games at Ubisoft a couple of years ago. These were the first projects that the Montreal studio made, so they were simpler games. And more recently, just before working on Assassins, I worked on GoldenEye, the second one.
So how different is it working for a game like Assassin's Creed comparing to what you've worked on before?
It's very different because this was my first third-person game, actually. So it's very different in the sense that with a third-person game, you have to worry more about things like animations and how the controls work and stuff like that. While on my previous project, it was a first-person, so it had to go by the standards that are well-defined in the industry, and that sort of thing. And also different production methods, because I was working at a different place, so it was a different approach to developing games.
Are you satisfied with the final game?
I'm very satisfied with the final game. I think we pulled off something that's it's never been seen before, and considering that we've built it from with new technology, that it's a new franchise, it's a new IP. We've done this was the first next-gen game for everyone on the team. I think we've made it tremendous. I'm extremely satisfied with the work. I'm extremely proud also of the team that I worked with.
What is your favorite feature or moment in the game?
My favorite feature would have to be the crowd randomization, but I'm a bit biased because I actually contributed personally to develop the tools to do it.
So you're very proud of it?
Yeah,
too?
I'm very proud of it. Yeah.
What about the favorite moment?
For that you'll have to see yourself, but there's a few really fun missions in the game which really make your heart pounding for sure.
So what are you going to do when Assassin's Creed is shipped off?
When it's shipped off, I'm actually working on the PC version right now, and once that's done, I'm taking some well-deserved vacations. And afterward, we'll see. It's still being negotiated and stuff, but I can't wait. I hope that there's another one. I'd be.
And you would like to work on that?
I'd
then?
be in for sure. And yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your time,
My
Vincent.
pleasure.
And good luck with the game.
Thank you.